It's astounding. Time is fleeting, and madness has took control. Well, are we going to do a time warp today? Let's find out. And a warm welcome to one and all. And for those of you not seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the vocal talent that is the Scruffy Trader. Well, I say that loosely. I just like a bit of a sing-song, and I was watching the Rocky Horror earlier on and it stuck in my mind. It's kind of what happens. I normally have a song playing and it sticks in there. Anyway, what else sticks in my mind? Well, it's normally the pursuit of coffee, which is failing miserably today because Winky won't let me in the kitchen. So that means I can't get near the kettle, which means I can't switch it on and sort of make a mess. I have to be coffeeless. But wait a minute. Hey, Wink.
Yeah.
What's the chances?
Go on and I'll make you one.
I love you. See that, boys and girls? That was like a subtle hint with a good payoff.
How does your missus put up with you? Must be my legendary prowess as a lover.
Now, is there a subtle hint on the charts? Well, let's find out, shall we? Now, this is the DAX. Now, I traded this yesterday. I trade it all the time, in fairness. And as you can see, it's done okay. And I don't really need to enter this market again. I probably don't need to enter it for about a week because my wages is achieved. However, me being me, I open my mouth and I'm not one to hide away from a challenge. And we're kind of having a little chat in the Discord, which is here. And I posed a question. When do you stop trading? We had a little bit of a chat about it. Now, personally, I think you stop when you've achieved your set parameters, whether it's monetary, pip, whatever. And anyway, we were talking about challenges, and shall we have a new challenge? Thanks, Volker.
Cheeky fuckers.
You really do play to my ego at times. Anyway, through it, we were discussing this particular trade, and I said put a fib to the test. Who's made some money? Way, good stuff. The boys are starting to pull in their profits as well. So I'm really glad they're listening and learning from each other. Not necessarily me, from each other. That's the idea of that group. It is to share learning. I don't believe in the teacher-student thing because I am by no means a teacher. I'm just somebody who's done a job a long time and I don't mind sharing it with the guys. So what am I talking about? Put a fib on this. Because surely this is going down. It looks like it's going down. Well, is it? Let's find out. Take this out to the hourly. Look at that. But also look at this. This is a colossal sort of drop here. And it is in a range. And that range is verified on the 4 hour. So it's top-down analysis. So there is your idea. That drop started there. It is ended here. It has just touched the 23. You have got a clear move up into that red zone at 38 and the green one at 50. So my zones are marked out correctly, and that's based on a fib. So I'm happy to start looking to enter into this market to the upside. I'm going to put a target here, and I'm going to put a target there. Now, I'm reasonably confident with this, so I'm going to start it with 2 orders, just like so. And I'm going to have a couple in reserve, because you must always have a little bit of madness in there somewhere. Right, so that's going to pay quite well. We're going to have another one up there. Oh, talking of madness. Hello, my love.
Oh, you want your coffee?
You're going to make my coffee. It's warm outside. Are you going to put...
Put my shorts on.
I'm desperate. Let's have a look, boys and girls. If you've not seen these videos before, I've been trying to get her to dress like this. Yes, Chris, I still have it right here. Yeah, I don't know whether the camera will focus in on it. Oh, there we go. My little Princess Leia figurine.
Hello.
I keep everything that's sent to me. It's all over round here. I've got all sorts. But I want Winky to dress like that. And
I don't think it's warm enough. I'll get the coffee.
I'm trying. I really am. I really am. See, the thing is, you've got to enjoy your life, and you've got to enjoy your wife. And she always wants me to dress up like Liam Neeson. Except when I came in dressed as a Jedi, it wasn't quite what she had in mind. There you go. More stories for old Saturday nights.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Sorry. I love my life, guys. I genuinely do. Too many videos that I watch are, well, I just find them boring, to be honest. There's no real substance to them unless they're trying to sell you a £1,000 course or something like that. And even then, it's all a load of bollocks. I'm currently testing something on a morning. I've kind of had a week off with it this week. DAX rotation. It's sold for a colossal amount of money. And it's, well, it just doesn't work. Not really. It's... You're better off having a magic 8 ball and shaking it on a morning. If it says yes, you go one way, and if it says no, you go the other. It literally is that. But I'm trying to modify it into something that's workable, and it's about halfway there at the moment. So let us look at the DAX. The reason I mentioned that is because it's actually a DAX strategy that it's based on. Anyway, what's happening here? It is receding, but it is not making new lows. The guys have quite rightly identified that it's kind of coming to an exhaustion. You can see that from the hourly, and you can also see it in front of us here by the amount of green candles that is coming in, overpowering the red candles. And if you look at where the orders are, they're at the top end. In other words, I always make the price come to me. And there's good reason behind that. It just means I'm never really putting any strain on the account. Okay. So this might take, let's see, it's 10 to 11 now. Could be maybe 20 minutes before this triggers in, unless it turns around and slams up. But the idea is to follow the red candles down to around this black line. If we get in before there, result, and then we're looking to get it up into certainly this red one. As soon as it gets up there, I may pull it into break even, just so that I'm not risking any of the profits that I've made. And if it runs up into there, result. And if it doesn't, and I only ever just get it to there, I'm happy with that as well. So that's what we're going to do. Let's have a look. So that got into about there. Yeah, I think it's reasonable. It's about the right area to place your orders and then just manage it. So I'll do the speedy thing and I'll come back to you at the end. Tissa with love.
Oh, make it stop.
Okay, guys, it's been a let's just say it's been a bit intense this afternoon. I'm going to start looking to close this off because it is 20 to 5 at night and it's done what it needed to do. All right, it's been a bit scary and it certainly has been. So we're just going to shut these down because it's right on the cusp. Might as well take that pound one off as well. Just get rid of that. And then all we're left with is this one. Now, no, I'll close it. That's it. Day's done. Yes, this can go up a lot higher tonight, but I don't want to sit on it overnight. And I kind of done the challenge that the boys wanted. They just want, boys. I'm an aging dinosaur, boys and girls, shall we say, and everything in the middle. I wanted to show them that if you systematically think about what you're doing, you can find a trade even going against the grain. Now, in some ways it is dangerous if you're not quite sure what you're doing. But on another point of view, is any setup not dangerous? Because we don't know what's going to happen. All we need to do is put the elements together. When I looked at this, I looked at it from the hour. It looked exhausted. Kind of looked exhausted on the 4 hour. And one of the reasons I use madness and one thing and another is because I don't know. And what it does is it helps me with a boundary. And I'll build a position into it. And if I've got it wrong, the lower positions pay the top positions off. And you end up with a positive expectancy. And that's the whole idea behind it. Start with 0, end with 1. And that's the whole idea of trading. It doesn't matter what happens in the middle. So how have we done? Has it been worthwhile? Yeah, I would say it's been worthwhile today, would you not? I think that is not bad. Clean sweep. And really I'll touch on that clean sweep now. Because I got an email I read this morning and it was just saying, why do I show a lot of trades while I'm talking? Why don't I just talk? And the answer is quite simple. It's my job and YouTube is my hobby. And what I do is, while I'm working, I switch the camera on and I'll have a little bit chat. But I show you what I'm doing, and it's kind of real time. And I think that's the only answer I can give. If YouTube was my job, well, then I'll edit it properly and I'll be very cinematic and glossy. But it's not. It's not my job at all. Those charts are my job. And the only way I know how to answer questions and sort of, well, put it on camera, shall we say, is to show you what I'm doing. Some people don't get it, which is fine. Crack on. But others do. And the whole idea behind what I'm doing is just to inspire you with your own trading. Not follow mine. You know, there's not a lot of people trade the way that I do. I'm quite aggressive, but I'm also very structured and analytical about what I do. You know, and if I get into trouble, I know how to get out of it. Couple that with an account size that can take it. Because one thing I will say about accounts, and it's kind of why I did the 5%ers. Building a small account is a damn sight harder than running a big account. It really is. Because if you've got yourself in trouble, you can kind of buy your way out of it. And I know that sounds silly, but you can. You know, if you made a bad investment in business, you just shrug it off, do a fire sale, get what you can out of it, and then invest in something else that'll give you a profit. If you have a small account and you've put all of your eggs on one basket and it goes wrong, well, you've got nowhere to go and you've got no resources to back it up. Business is the same. It's why you spread out your risk in business. You have good products that are very good. You have other ones that you're just taking a punt on and they might not be so good. But if they work, they move over onto the other fold. Simple stuff. So, little salute to all of the Scruffy squad on the Discord. There you go. Challenge accepted. Beers are on you lot. Well, Star Wars figure would be very nice. Sorry, in joke, we were talking about it today. And no big balls. Setting fire to them is not worse than toothache. They'll know what that means. Right, it's tea time now, so I'm going to have an easy night. Might have tomorrow off. And as always, guys, trade well, keep that risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.